All right? Please get to it. Because obviously, the more nominations I get, the better. The more income. Boy, that was a little Freudian slip.
Let's do a little segment called Phil's Day Off. Oddly enough, this is working now. You noticed that, right? It started working fully again. I don't know. Okay. Yesterday was my day off. It was a very busy day for me. It was also a very warm day here in Washington State. Probably high 70s, low 80s. So we were sweating it out as my wife and I were going around doing what we needed to do, including grocery shopping, pet supplies, running other errands. We had an appointment we had to make it to in the afternoon. All right. I really only have two things to talk about my day off. The first is, as I'm grocery shopping, I start to make observations and just a little maybe mini rant I want to go on and a little bit of frustration, okay? So first of all, I've begun to notice that at my local grocery store, not just there, but other ones too, like all the grocery stores, increasingly now have more and more ads in the store, all right? Now, obviously, when you're in a grocery store, there's products there to be sold. And this has always been a thing. Any store you go to, any retail store, you may see at the end of an aisle a big featured thing, a big cardboard cutout that's an ad for the product that's right there being sold. Or you may be walking down an aisle, and all of a sudden you see a big stand-up with a bunch of product on it. And you're like, why is this here blocking the aisle? Like, what is this? So if you're not aware of this, and this is at least in the United States, I don't know if they do this other countries. These companies actually pay the grocery store chain money to prominently feature their products in the stores. It's a paid placement. It's not just like, oh, they just decide to feature those specific products or anything like that. It's basically like it's a way to make money. It's a money-making venture to them, okay? So that being said, it's annoying. Why? If you're going to the grocery store and you know what you want, and you have a list, like, I want to get through here and just get my shit. Oh, fucking ads over here, ads over here, ads over there. Everywhere you go, half the aisle, if you're there at a busy time, half the aisle's blocked by these standee bullshit things. Like, get them the fuck out of my way. I can't even get through the aisle with the other people here because half the aisle is blocked by this fucking ad shit. You just want to pick it up and smash it on the ground. Just smash it into pieces. Say, fuck you. You stomp it. Fuck this ad. Get it out of my face. Right? All right. Maybe that's just me. But I hate that shit. It's very annoying. Just get it out of the way. In fact, it just so happened that when I was grocery shopping this week, all right, it was busy. I don't know why, because I always go at the same time. I go in the mornings, usually, before I go out to do their stuff the rest of my day. Why on a Tuesday morning the grocery store had so many people in it, I have no idea, but it did. It had a lot of people. And there's this elderly guy. He can't even walk. He's in one of the motorized scooter things trying to drive through. He's stuck. And he says to me, you know, I'm in line waiting to check out. And behind me, he's stuck in the aisle. He says, hey, young man, can you help me? So I had to move the standee thing out of the way because he couldn't even fit through the fucking aisle. It was just his cart. And the standee was so wide, he couldn't fit the fucking cart, the scooter through it. I had to move it out of his way. And he goes, why is this here? I can't even shop because there's so much of this shit in the store. And I'm like, I have to agree with you. This is stupid. It's one thing if you want to advertise a few products. Every aisle has 10 of these things now. How much money does the grocery store have to make? Oh, by the way, if you guys weren't aware, grocery stores made record profits during the pandemic. It wasn't like, oh, the grocery stores really died off and man, they really need to make up for that lost revenue. They made more money than historically ever during the fucking pandemic. And now they have to take on an exorbitant amount of advertisements. Sure they do. It's called fucking greed. Now, one other thing that pissed me off at the grocery store. I've told you guys this before, so I'm not ashamed to mention it. I have a disease called gout. This is the disease where I have imbalanced acid levels in my body. In particular, it's uric acid that tends to build up higher in my bloodstream than most other people's. And it's due to many different factors. You know, unhealthier lifestyle earlier on in my life, like about 10 years ago. Eating too much of certain kinds of foods, like red meat. Drinking too much. As I told you guys in my past, I drank way too fucking much. So there's all these factors. It's also hereditary. My aunt had it, and I never knew. And then when I told my parents I had it, my aunt fesses up, oh yeah, I've had gout my whole life. I just never told anybody. Right. So anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because today, it's not that big of a deal. Very rarely do I get any kind of a flare-up with gout. And the reason is because I've adjusted my lifestyle. I don't eat those foods like red meat and shellfish and incredibly fatty foods like I used to eat all the time. I don't drink as much. You know, every once in a while I'll have a drink, but I used to be drinking all the time, and now I don't drink nearly as much anymore as I used to. And other lifestyle changes and things, all right? One of the lifestyle changes that I instituted is I started drinking cherry juice, tart cherry juice in particular. Now, online, you do a little bit of research, and they says, oh, tart cherry juice is a remedy for gout because, number one, cherry juice lowers your uric acid levels in your body. And number two, it's an anti-inflammatory that stops inflammation in general in the joints. And that's what happens with gout. When you have too much uric acid buildup, all of a sudden in your foot, your big toe, and all the joints connected swell up like a balloon because there's these crystals, uric acid crystals that have built up that are stabbing you in the joint. And it causes monstrous inflammation and tons of pain. It's incredibly painful, excruciatingly painful if you get a really bad flare-up, okay? Since I started drinking this juice, which, by the way, is very healthy for you. It's a very, there's not like no sugar added juice. It's 100%. It tastes like shit, but I have it one glass a day at dinner, a big glass of it. All of a sudden, like, I don't get flare-ups anymore. It kind of cured it almost, okay? Not to say that if I don't eat poorly, if I eat poorly for a whole week, yeah, I'm going to get it again. But for in general, this juice works. And it's funny because at one point, I was actually questioning. I was saying, I wonder if this juice really works. I'm going to test it. And one week, was it last year? I don't remember exactly when it was. It might have been last year or the year before. One of these weeks, I said, I'm just not going to get the juice. And for a week, I didn't drink it, and my fucking foot went whoop. I was like, my foot, why did I do this to myself? And it took, no exaggeration, about a month of drinking the juice again to get enough of it into my system, into my metabolism, that the swelling went down, and it hasn't come back since. Okay? Why am I telling you this? Because yesterday, I go to the grocery store, and I look, and the fucking shelf is empty. They're out of stock of cherry juice. Now, to clarify, this cherry juice, all right, there's different brands of it that you can buy. There's the store brand, the middle of the road brand, and the incredibly expensive over-the-top organic brand. Store brand for a bottle of this juice, which is roughly 2 giant cups, which I drink 1 cup a day, is like $3 to $4. It's fucking expensive. You're talking it's like $2 a glass, but I need it. I need it for my health purposes. I have to get this. I tried not drinking it, and my fucking foot explodes. Okay? The middle of the line tart cherry juice, which is not the store brand, it's more of a regular brand. Now I'm not kidding, is like $7 a bottle. So you're talking from $3 to $4 to $7 a bottle. It's almost double the cost. The expensive brand, the organic one, is $9.50 a fucking bottle for 2 cups of juice. Okay? So obviously, I need the store brand, right? I need the cheap one. I don't have $20, $30 a week to drop on cherry juice. It's fucking insane. So, the store brand is gone. I was like, what is this? Why is it gone? This is stupid. So I looked down, and they just happen to have enough of the middle of the road brand, which is more expensive. I don't like getting it. It, by the way, it doesn't taste any better. It'll taste like shit. It's tart cherry juice. It's not meant to be good tasting. So I grabbed her and I'm like, I gotta buy the more expensive one this week. This sucks. It's literally an increase of $10 to $15 of cost for me. For nothing. It's the same juice, just a different brand. Well, it is what it is. So I grabbed the 3, I put them in my cart. So now I'm checking out, right? I'm in line to check out. And I'm just looking around, I'm killing time, I'm waiting for the line. I'm looking around, I'm like, there's an end cap, okay, on one of the aisles, where basically it's all store brand stuff. They're advertising store brand product. And they've got some chips, they've got different things. And then it's like juices. And it's like cranberry, pomegranate, cherry. There it is. These dumb fucks at the store are so stupid. They emptied the normal shelf of the product in the aisle where it's supposed to be and moved it all to the end cap to create an advertisement. Now, the thing is, that's not a third-party product. That's not like, oh, Ruffles paid to have their chips advertised and they paid to have that ad space. That's the company. That's the store brand. They actively chose to do this. So they took all the product off of the shelf where it's supposed to be, where everyone would look for it, and they put it at a random end cap nowhere near the aisle it's supposed to be, and people are just supposed to psychically fucking know it's there. What idiot runs these fucking stores? How dumb can you fucking be? No one's going to know the product's there, so no one's going to buy it. So it's just going to sit there unsold. Meanwhile, people are going to the aisle to buy it, and it's not there. So I might have ended up not buying the store brand, which was the intention of the end cap display, and buying the more expensive premium brand because the morons are so dumb, they emptied the fucking shelf on the regular aisle to fill the end cap ad. Like, how, I don't know how stupid you could possibly be. How do you run a grocery store? That's how you do it, and no, you don't think twice about how dumb you are. Like, anyway, that being said, I finally, yes, I grabbed it. I was like, now I don't have to spend $15 extra this week on juice because it's the one I fucking buy. And I was happy about it. So anyway, that's my little rant for my grocery store rant for today. Outside of that,